So Dianne Feinstein announced that she will be seeking re-election. Yeah, that's not good for anybody who actually gives a shit about populist left policies. So here's what she said on Twitter. I am running for re-election to the Senate. Lots more to do. Ending gun violence, combating climate change, access to healthcare. I'm all in. Even in that little announcement, she managed to piss off people on the left. Because, okay, so you want to end gun violence. That's good. You want to combat climate change. That's good too. But she says she wants to fight for, quote, access to healthcare. Luke Savage pointed this out on Twitter. It was a good point. He said, the reason she's framing it like that is because she's not going to push for Medicare for all. She's against Medicare for all. She wants to push for access to healthcare. That is literally Republican framing 101. So whenever somebody like Bernie says, let's do Medicare for all, they go, no, I don't want to do Medicare for all, but what I do want to have is universal access to healthcare. So what that means is, let's say you're uninsured, you get in a car accident, you go to the hospital. Isn't Dianne Feinstein wonderful, and aren't all the Republicans wonderful, in that they don't want to kick you out to bleed out on the street? They say, no, universal access, so yes, we're going to treat you, and then when we release you, you're going to get hit with $72,000 worth of medical bills. But I fought for your access to healthcare. You're going to get access to it, so pipe down. That's as far as I'm going to go. That's what that means. Universal access means not going to fight for Medicare for all, going to fight for everybody to be able to go to the hospital or go to a doctor, but hey, the medical bills after that, that's on you. So, really fucking slimy, too, how she throws that in there and acts like it's something the left is supposed to go, oh, yes, Dianne Feinstein, thank you very much. We've seen multiple town halls where people were shouting at Dianne Feinstein, Medicare for all, and she's like, no, I don't support that. So, and think about it. She's a senator from California. California is overwhelmingly Democratic. Over 80% of Democrats want Medicare for all. 61% of the country wants Medicare for all. There are more Republicans that want it than don't want it. And she refuses to support it. And then, of course, when you dig into her donors, you find out why. Because she takes a tremendous amount of money from the health insurance industry, from the health industry more generally. So she's going to represent big donors. So that's the sad part of this story. But I do have good news for you. The good news is there's a break in the ranks. You don't have every Democrat by any stretch of the imagination going, yay, Dianne Feinstein's going for re-election. In fact, you have a very popular representative from California going, yeah, I'm against this. And not a Republican. You have the Democratic representative from Silicon Valley, Khanna, Justice Democrat Khanna. He was asked by Jeff Stein of Vox, hey, Dianne Feinstein's running for re-election. What do you think of that? Jeff Stein's probably expecting, like most people are expecting, a Democrat to support the other Democrat and go, Dianne Feinstein, while I may have some disagreements with her, she's generally speaking on the right side of the issues, and we need to defeat the Republicans, and oh my God, isn't Trump so bad? Khanna doesn't play that game. What did Khanna say? Quote, Feinstein is out of touch with the grassroots of our party on economic policy and foreign policy. After 47 years in elected office and 25 years in the Senate, she continues to cling to office as a voice for the status quo. The fact that the establishment is rallying around her re-election shows the DC insiders continue to privilege protecting one of their own over the voters' concerns. How many times will voters have to demand change before we listen? God damn. Khanna just took out a chainsaw, son. Okay, I need everybody to understand the way Washington functions and just how much of a limb he's walking out on here. He's basically saying, okay, here, I just put a target on my back, and I want the entire Democratic establishment to start gunning for me. He just pissed off many of his own friends by going out there and saying, you know what, enough with this. I'm taking a principled stand here. Dianne Feinstein, sorry, you're out of touch. You don't care about the grassroots. You're not pushing for the right policies. It's time to move along. What are you doing? What are you doing? Damn, Roe. Wow. And this is why we're proud to have him as a Justice Democrat. Because, people... One of the main things that 99% of Democrats will say, elected Democrats will say, is once they get in the club, they go, oh, yeah, no, totally. I mean, look, I'm in favor of progressive policy. Sure. But we can't. I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to primary people who are already here. I don't know. Why would you do that? I mean, come on. We're good enough. The Republicans are the problem, right? Just the Republicans. Well, no, it's not just the Republicans. It's also the corporate Democrats who align themselves with Republicans and with Wall Street and with Big Pharma and with corporate interests. So the sign of somebody who's really principled and who's unafraid of fighting for their ideas is somebody who says, you want to primary me? Go ahead and primary me. Primary every Democrat if you want. I think it only makes the party stronger. And that's exactly what Ro Khanna says. You should primary me. I think I can beat anybody you put up against me because I have very popular policy positions. I support Medicare for all. I support free college. I support a living wage. I want to end the wars. So go ahead, put somebody up against me who you think has a chance of beating me. I don't think they do. I'll destroy them. That's a winner right there, man. That's a winner. And now he's bucking the party establishment, knowing that they're going to come for him next, knowing that they can't wait to shiv him. Damn. There is a populist left wave that's coming, man. And there are very few congressmen who see it. Many of them are stuck inside that Washington bubble. And, it's like the cartoon with this is fine. They're in a burning house. Oh, this is fine. I don't see what the problem is. Ro Khanna's like, bitch, we're in a burning house. Shit, Dianne Feinstein. We're going to have Dianne Feinstein represent the Democrats and expect to win? Expect to beat the Republicans? Expect to take out Trump? No, we need people like her gone. And we need people who come in here and will represent the populist left agenda, will represent Bernie Sanders' agenda, because that's how we win. That's how we win politically, and that's how we win substantively for the United States of America, and that's how we help regular people. So, damn. Ro Khanna is not messing around, and we'll see what happens with Feinstein. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to break any news here, okay? But suffice to say that every populist left group is working on it in terms of Feinstein. And of course, Justice Democrats, our group, we've teamed up with many populist left groups. There's us, there's Brand New Congress, there's National Nurses United, there's Our Revolution, People for Bernie, Fight for 15. You go down the list, and there's a lot of us. There's a lot of people working on this issue of Dianne Feinstein. And let's just say everybody's sick of her. And that will be proven in an even more clear way, perhaps in the near future.